All right, we're going to try this again. This is Dylan Knows Part A. I had a unstable connection line after detailing my vacation on 4th of July, only about a 23-minute episode. I had a power failure earlier, so all kinds of stuff is preventing me from having a pretty good complete episode. It is now 11:05 p.m. here on July 4th, 2020. The partial lunar eclipse that we're supposed to be having should be starting right about now. Please refer to my previous episode 356. George Washington is going home. Where I detailed my vacation and my 4th of July adventures and stuff that's going on, and my review of Hamilton. Hamilton is on Disney Plus. Definitely check it out. So I'm going to try and run through this. I don't have a lot of stuff that's pissed me off so much that I have to separate this episode. So if I'm a little cranky, that's the reason why. So now we're just going to detail all the other stuff I was going to talk about instead of my vacation stuff. So hopefully this will be a little bit longer than the 23 minutes episode. So let's roll this, and hopefully we won't have any connection issues, which really pisses me off to no end. A lot of death this week, the biggest one being Carl Reiner. He was a director, actor, and also the father of Rob Reiner. He directed such movies as Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid, The Jerk, Summer School, Summer Rental, and appeared in the Ocean's 11 remakes with George Clooney, Matt Damon, and Brad Pitt. So it's sad to see him go. He was and also his best friend was Mel Brooks, and they did the 1,000-Year-Old Man, which was a big run-going joke between them. Hugh Downs of 2020 also passed away this week at the age of 99. Earl Cameron, a British cinema's leading black actor, one of the first leading black actors in British cinema history, died at the age of 102 this week. A YouTube streamer, a Twitch streamer, esports sort of guy. He passed away at the young age of 31. Rudolfo Anaya, a Chicano literature author, died at the age of 82 this week. Danny Hicks, Evil Dead 2 star, passed away this week. Johnny Mandel, the composer of the Mac theme song, died this week as well at the age of 94. Joe Bugle, Redskins coach and creator of the Hogs. He passed away this week. And Stuart Cornfield, The Fly, Zoolander, Tropic Thunder producer, he died this week as well. Speaking of the Redskins, Dan Snyder of the Redskins got into a little trouble this week when Nike said that they are not going to have any more Redskins merchandise in their store until they change the name from a racist name for Native Americans to something else. So Dan Snyder, who's been pushing back against that for years, has now decided that he's going to be losing a ton of money. Plus FedEx, who owns the naming rights for their stadium, has also saying you need to change the name. So he's running up against losing a lot of money. So he's going and considering changing the names. A bunch of really good ones. The one that really sticks out to me really is the Red Tails, which is a plane that the Tuskegee Airmen, I believe, used and would be a good thing for history and stuff like that. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. And because of that as well, the Cleveland Indians are also considering changing their name as well. They haven't been getting any clapback from anybody. They're doing it of their own volition, so we'll see what happens with that. As I said, partial lunar eclipse will probably be happening tonight. Should be starting right about now. As I said, it's not going to get tight till about midnight-ish or so. It's not a full one. It's a partial one, so the moon's only going to appear slightly out of sync, but it is this weekend. It's today, and it's kind of cool. I've been a Fortnite player, and a lot of stuff going on. In Fortnite right now this week. Skin is now in Fortnite. I bought him with my V-Bucks, so I've been playing with him. I've been doing pretty good with him. Aquaman is the DC heroes in Fortnite this week, or this season. They're going to bring in supposedly Black Manta, his enemy, has a skin coming up really soon. They might be bringing the vending machines back, which is a way you can get weapons pretty easily in exchange for wood and metal and stuff like that. The gold mushroom, which you have a 0.0001% chance of finding, which gives you full health and full shields if you can find it. And The water, they had the first update of the new season happen, and the water receded, revealing more of the land now, and we're going to get another water receding really soon. Pokemon Go's anniversary is this week as well, so they're running their anniversary event through next week. It's going to be around flying Pokemon, plus also the beginning of the Pokemon Go Fest contest, where every week until Pokemon Go Fest, you have to finish some research, and if you finish it, you can unlock a Pokemon to appear at the Pokemon Go Fest, which will be appearing at the end of the month. I'll be talking about more about that later, just not right now because I'm trying to get through this, and I'm still angry and pissed that I'm having issues with things as well. DC Comics has some new films in development, including Zatanna, which is one of my wife's favorite characters, and Batman Beyond. So these films are officially now in development, so it'll be good to see what comes up about them. Due to this whole Snyder Cut BS, everybody's pulling stuff out of the woodwork now. Joel Schumacher, who passed away last week, the producers of Batman Forever say there is a 170-minute cut of Batman Forever, which that would just be way too much because that's an awful movie. So I don't really want to see that, but they say it exists, so we'll see what happens. Plus, apparently Ben Affleck has signed with HBO Max for more Batman movies. That's a ridiculous thing to happen, but hey, it happened, so we'll see what happens. And then last week I announced that Michael Keaton will be coming back to the DC universe of movies with Flashpoint. However, it's not as set in stone as I thought it was. So if the deal falls through for Keaton, they are considering asking Christian Bale to reprise his role as Batman for the Flash movie and more. And that's never going to happen. So we'll see what happens. So DC's moving and grooving. Marvel, meanwhile, they have the okay to continue filming Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Shang-Chi. So both of them are back in production right now. So good on that. And WandaVision, a lot of people love what they've been seeing of WandaVision, so they decided to extend the season for 3 more episodes to now 9 episodes. So now you have 9 episodes of WandaVision coming soon. So that's pretty cool. Walmart will be their parking lot will be showing movies very shortly. Instead of drive-ins, you can go to Walmart and see movies at your local Walmarts. That's pretty good. Transformers has released a DeLorean Autobot, so you can combine your Back to the Future love with your Transformers love. A raccoon breaks into a high school vending machine and gets caught red-handed, or I should say claw-handed, inside the machine. Flying snake has been videotaped in slow motion to show his undulating in the wind, to see how he's flying. And the big video that came out this week is an eagle snatching a shark out of the water and flying over the ocean. There's videotape of that as well. The Ancient Mayans, proving that pollution has been going on for a really, really long time. Their water has been examined to discover that it's been toxic as well. So they have had major issues too. Niantic, who is the creator of Pokemon Go and the Harry Potter game, is now creating their new open world phone game based on the board game, the popular board game Catan. This is Catan World Explorer, so you'll be seeing that probably by the end of the year. This week was Apollo 13's 25th anniversary, and American Top 40 with Casey Kasem started 50 years ago this week as well. Apollo 13 is a fantastic film about outer space and the resilience of scientists and astronauts and nerds in general. And American Top 40 was consistently a 52 episode a year show, counting down the best films, best sound, best music, including the 1980s, where they did the top 100 songs of the every week for the 1980s, and they had great music, so you could hear your favorite songs over and over again. That's pretty great. The first HBO Max original film, called An American Pickle, will be starring Seth Rogen as a Jewish laborer who in 1920 falls into a vat of pickle brine and is preserved for 100 years, and he gets released in the present day and tries to find any ancestors he has. that's sort of a take on the uh, Rip Van Winkle story. That's the word. That's what I was trying to think of. An entity was spotted by Google Earth in a Google Earth image of Argentina's presidential palace. Bizarre little shadow creature walking through the hallways was caught on film. Hundreds of elephants are dying in Botswana after mysteriously dropping dead next to watering holes. Not sure if the watering holes have been contaminated or it's something else. Fallout, the video game, is going to be getting its own TV show on Netflix, is in the works. A GOPer, Herman Cain, who was at the Tulsa rally for that idiot, has contracted COVID-19, as has Kathleen Guilfoyle, Don Jr.'s girlfriend. She also has, who was also at the Tulsa rally where they did not observe social distancing or masks, has also contracted COVID-19. Marvel Comics gets the rights to Aliens and Predators from Dark Horse. They'll be able to do Alien and Predator comics and have their superheroes square off against Alien and Predators if they wanted to. Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's girlfriend and confidant, was arrested in New Hampshire, and she has just as much stuff as Epstein has on the sex scandals of that idiot in the White House, Bill Clinton, and many movie stars as well. And as we all remember, Epstein was mysteriously committed suicide, and so all eyes are on Ghislaine Maxwell, see if she will survive as well. The Starbucks Karen, who put a barista on blast, says she's entitled to the $100,000 that was raised for him due to this bitch. Another anti-masker, as they call it, was trying to get into a shop without a mask on, and she was acting like a zombie, banging on the doors and licking the windows. Weird, bizarre shit going on. A Hawaiian group breaks the world record with the biggest ocean plastic cleanup in history, so they were able to do that. Wendy's and Pizza Hut have the corporate wing of Wendy's and Pizza has declared bankruptcy. The NFL preseason is going to be reduced to 2 weeks. That's a good thing. The preseason is already as too long as it is. Alabama students are throwing COVID parties to see who gets sick. They're COVID morons is what they are. They're idiots. I was in Assateague Island, as I said in my previous episode, before I had to shut down because of connection failure. I was there from Monday through Friday. On Sunday, before I got there, a woman was kicked in the head by an Assateague pony after she hit the pony with a plastic shovel. First of all, good for the pony, because first of all, the ponies are wild and it's their area that you're interfering in. They tell you to stay away from the ponies, yet you entitled assholes decide it's your duty to say, I want to touch the horse. And they whacked it for whatever reason with a shovel, plastic shovel, and the horse said, well, fuck that, and bam, smacked her in the face. And I'm glad that she did. She deserved it totally. And I'm just sorry I didn't get a chance to see it. Cam Newton has signed to be New England Patriots quarterback for a year. So we'll see if he gets a starting job or what. Could be interesting. We've been talking about the saga of Betelgeuse the star. We could say it's been dimming, it's been being fine, it could be turning supernova at any time. Well, there's a new thing now. The reason why the Betelgeuse keeps going in and out of craziness is due to a gigantic star spots, like sunspots. It's star spots. So that's what they're saying, the reason why it keeps fading in and out of color. Beavis and Butthead, the great show from the 90s on MTV, is getting a reboot by Mike Judge, who was the original creator of it, on Comedy Central. That could be a lot of fun. Beavis and Butthead was always interesting, and we'll see how they bring them up to our time. Weird casting this week. Jason Momoa will be playing in a live-action film, Frosty the Snowman. No word yet if it's going to be CGI or motion capture or something else. But they are doing a Frosty the Snowman live-action movie, and Jason Momoa is starring as Frosty the Snowman. Okay. Zachary Levi will be playing Kurt Warner in a biopic. Kurt Kurt Warner is a great quarterback who has a really interesting story, but he's also a really outrageous conservative voice in the world and has said a lot of really dumb things. So we'll see what happens about that. Texas bar owners decided to throw Bar Lives Matter concert to protest a shutdown. In return, Texas coronavirus cases have shot up, not as much as Florida, which has had in the last 3 days about 32,000 cases, new cases of COVID-19 in 3 days. They are now having more cases than New York did during the height of their problems. There was a rare red rainbow was discovered and photographed over England. HBO Max to release another, as I said, the whole Snyder Cut thing is creating all kinds of craziness. They're going to release a longer, more violent cut of the James Bond film Casino Royale. Kanye West will be running for president. He declared it during the time that we had the power outage earlier. I checked to see if there's any news. That's news. And Elon Musk is backing that. So to be continued. I think it's a stupid idea, and he's not going to last long. Hopefully, we'll see. New virus in China has traits of the 2009 swine flu and the 1918 pandemic flu. AMC and Cinemark, who were pushing to get their theater chains open in mid-July, hoping to get Tenet and Mulan in there because that was when the movies were going to release, but then Tenet and Mulan moved their release dates to August. Now Cinemark and AMC are like, well, we are too. So now Cinemark and AMC movie theaters will not be opening in July. They'll be opening in early August. So to be continued on that. Custom face masks for your face are of your face. You can basically get a picture of your face, put on a custom face mask, and when you put it over, the face mask over, it looks like it's your face. So, okay. Sailor Moon, a popular anime manga, is releasing a line of official wedding dresses and tuxedos. Okay by the creators of Sailor Moon, so they're okay with that. The last couple of weeks, we've been talking about comic creators who have been getting embroiled in sexual misconduct allegations and stuff like that. We have a new one to add to it. Scott Lobdell has the latest one to get sexual misconduct allegations underway against him. He has left the Red Hood and the Outlaws book that he had been writing for DC after the allegations came out, so to be continued. The Atlanta Hawks have offered to turn their arena into a voting area, which is a great idea for those people who, a lot of people in Georgia are trying to suppress the vote. Well, the Atlanta Hawks are saying, if they're suppressing your vote there, come to Atlanta and vote in our arena. We're going to have plenty of room and space. We're going to be able to fit, it'll be on the ground, so you'll probably be able to fit close to 10. Don't go out on me again. 10 to 20,000 people to vote on that. Pickle ice cream is a thing. I think I talked about that before, but it keeps getting brought up in my feed, so I'm going to keep bringing it up. S'mores cupcakes from Hostess is another thing as well. You can also buy, Pillsbury is now making cookie dough mixes with Oreo pieces inside, so you can make cookies with Oreo pieces inside. So that's good. A 13-foot giraffe made of fiberglass now can hold your chandelier. So you can have a giant 13-foot giraffe in your house that's holding a chandelier and give you light. Wynonna Earp, a great show from Sci-Fi that has two main characters, two lesbian characters, and it's a great, just all-around great show. After its third season, Sci-Fi was on the fence and hemming and hawing about renewing it for another season. So for about a year, fans of the show have been clamoring and pushing for it and aiming for it. Sci-Fi has finally relented, and the Wynonna Earp crew went back to work earlier this year. They finished off their season, and the new season will be out this year sometime. What the hell is that? Oh, Rehoboth, Dewey beaches have become hot spots for COVID-19. I wasn't that far up. I was a little bit further down, but there are people say if you've been to Rehoboth or Dewey Beach in the last week to 2 weeks. Get yourself checked out. You might have COVID. Also, DC teens that went to Myrtle Beach have been infected with COVID-19. So that's another, wow, great. This is wonderful. Cirque du Soleil is filing for bankruptcy as well as I said, Pizza Hut and Wendy's earlier. Could Jordan Peele be doing a Universal Monster movie with Will Smith? Jordan Peele works well with Blumhouse. Blumhouse is trying to get the Dark Universe off the ground. I don't know what they could do with Will Smith, what Universal Monster they would do with him. It could really be anything. I think they have a Dracula one in the works, and they have a Frankenstein's Bride of Frankenstein in the works. So it could be a Wolfman, could be something like that. So we'll see what happens like that. And finally, in this shortened episode of Dylan Knows, part 2, as I said, the part 1 was about 20-some, so about 45-minute show. People want to change Chuck E. Cheese, which has also declared bankruptcy. They want to change the theme to the popular Five Nights at Freddy theme, which is the giant, scary horror teddy bears, and I can't think of any other worse idea than that. But here we are. So this is it. This has been my because 2020 just can't give up. This has been a shortened holiday episode of Dylan Knows. First, we had the power outage where I lost 17 minutes of footage. Then I redid it, and then I had connectivity issues, so I had to do a second episode, which is this one. And now this one is over, and I'm done for the day at 11:30, which is about an hour and a half, which is how long I was expecting to do the show. But because in there we had a blackout for about 10 minutes, it's a lot longer than I think it was. So I can finally go back and rest now. I'm a little bit annoyed. Sounds like the fireworks have ended. This is 4th of July. It's kind of scattershot. I'm sorry for it, but thank you everybody for watching. We get back to normal. The next holiday now is Labor Day, which is September. So we've got all of July, all of August now to run through, and then Labor Day in early September. Football rolls through. Then we get to the Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas months, and then it's 2021. So what do we got coming up for the rest of this year? This is, as I said, we're on the downside of 2020. We've got movies coming up in August. July is really just going to be more of the same stuff that we've been seeing. But August, we're going to start seeing more movies, hopefully. September, we're going to learn about where schools are going to be going with their educational things. And then we're going to see how the holidays are going to be done and how the NFL is going to be done. Sports is going to start coming back at the end of July, but that's not to the end of July. So August is going to be the big month this summer. July now is just sort of lingering there, and wait and see what's going to happen. So next week will be a regular episode. Hopefully it'll be longer than these two, and hopefully won't have any connectivity or blackout issues. I'm still a little peeved about that, but hey, there's nothing I can do about it. Thank you all for watching. And Dylan Lang is going home. Thanks a lot. Happy 4th.